Hey guys, welcome to this week's free YouTube lesson. This is a pretty new thing for me. Essentially every week I'm going to be putting up a free lesson on YouTube just for you guys to check out. And it's going to follow pretty much the same format as this particular lesson. So there's going to be some playing, some jamming over some kind of groove, and then I'll break it down and give you different scale options and different things that you can do to play over it yourself. And then I'll give you a link to download the backing track for free so that you can have a go at jamming it. So this week what I've been doing is playing over a static D minor type of tonality, but the chord changes halfway through. So the first chord in the sequence would be a D minor 6, or a D minor 7, D minor 6, this type of thing. And I was just thinking of that as a D Dorian chord, so playing D Dorian over that. And then the second chord is where it gets a bit finicky. Basically the fifth gets flattened and it becomes a D minor 6 flat 5. So this is distinct from your usual half diminished chords like a D minor 7 flat 5, in that it's got the major 6 in the chord, which pretty much abolishes all of your standard half diminished scale options. So it needs to be treated with a little bit of care. So what I'm going to do is give you some different scale options. There's a few things that you can do. Some are easier than others, some are a bit more involved. And I'm going to start off with the umbrella options, as I like to put them, which, what I mean by that is scales that you can use over the whole damn lot and it'll sound absolutely fine from start to finish. And there's two options for that came to mind for me. The first being just a D blues scale, a regular old D blues scale. Will sound absolutely fine over the whole lot because it's got both the flat 5 and the natural 5, and it avoids the 6 altogether. So that will work. Might start to sound a bit samey after a while, but if you like the sound of the blues scale, definitely works, there's no problems with it, it's just you might want some other options as well. So that's one thing that you can do. Another thing that you can do would be to play a D half whole diminished scale, which would sound like this. It's a really cool scale, symmetrical scale, and again this will work over the whole lot, but its nature is it's quite a tense scale, so you don't want to stick on it for too long. You can do, it's not going to be very effective, but it's definitely something that you can dive in and out of pretty much at any point in the chord progression. So on to some other options and slightly more involved options. The first thing that you could do would be to just play D Dorian over the regular D minor 6 chord, and then to play a D Dorian flat 5 scale over the D minus 6 flat 5 chord. And the D Dorian flat 5 scale is a mode of the harmonic major, if you want to think of it as that way. And essentially it's just a D Dorian scale with a flattened 5. Really cool sounding scale because it's definitely got that harmonic major, harmonic minor type of sound to it, but it works really well over this chord progression. So what I'll do is just quickly jam going back and forth between D Dorian and D Dorian flat 5. Definitely works, it's really cool, and all you do is you flatten the 5 and then you get this harmonic major mode, which does work really well here. So that's pretty much the options. Have a play about with it. Head over to bondtuition.co.uk to get the backing track. And happy jamming, see you next week.